it is dead on arrival. And may he be sensitive. Because when the church prays, I know people have avoided to talk, but when the church prays, even varios can be organized.
In the heart of Kenya, a storm is brewing as President William Ruto responds to a controversial bill that has sparked outrage among religious leaders and citizens alike. This bill, seen by many as an affront to the autonomy of the church, has ignited a fierce backlash from prominent pastors who are calling for accountability and integrity in leadership.
Let me also say that this morning I want to tell the church that as government we respect our constitution. The preamble of the Constitution of Kenya says God of all creation. That is the beginning of the Constitution of Kenya, meaning that we surrender to God. And that is why Kenya shall continue to be a God-fearing nation. And we will defend the freedom of worship in our republic. We will make sure that we don't compromise, and there will be no limitations or compromise on the freedom of worship in Kenya. I know that there are proposals that have been made in some quarters about regulation of the church, regulation of worship, regulation of religious activities. I want to remind those who are pursuing that kind of exercise that the Constitution of Kenya is very explicit on the freedom of worship. And there will be no compromise whatsoever. There will be no limitation whatsoever on the freedom of worship in Kenya. Because apart from what the Constitution provides, we are a God-fearing nation, and we will equally defend our faith. As Christians, as different religions, we will make sure that we protect the freedom of worship in Kenya. And I want to ask those who have ideas to allow...
The bill was written with Shakahola in mind. You can't use one man to write a bill to control the destiny of millions. And we have to pray that that bill will not see the light of day.
My friend, whoever is advising you is wrong. I swear before God, you'll see the reaction.
With rising corruption, soaring prices, and alarming political maneuvers, including the impeachment of his deputy, Kenya stands at a crossroads. As renowned pastors like T. Ing'ang'e and John C.W. raise their voices, proclaiming a war against Ruto's administration, one question looms large: where did we go wrong? Is this a battle for the soul of Kenya, or merely a political power struggle threatening to unravel the very fabric of our society?
And let me speak to our people in the mountain. The days of voting for people because this is a child of a single mother, this one went through hard times. Oh, parliament does not seek sympathy, it seeks brains. One man, Kaya. Allow me to say this prophetically. Watch the political career of that man. It is dead on arrival. Am I speaking to anyone?
Yes, sir.
That's why there's someone can wake up and write a bill about church. And no one is talking. I've been praying for that man because I know where he comes from is a territory of crocodile. I've been contending for his soul. Because, listen, it is not a building you are touching. You are touching a nation system. The powers of Rome. Rome with all their power never dominated to break the church. Who is one man? Kaya.
The political climate in Kenya has been tumultuous in recent years. Expectations were high when Ruto took office, but many citizens feel let down as they face economic hardship and political instability. The church, historically a powerful force in Kenya, has been vocal about its concerns.
I want to win again, so I'm politically stretching myself. The Lord rebuke you. We hand a nation to the dogs. Jehovah gave us a nation. Okay. We had Kenya in the church. Jehovah see how they desire to take your nation, Yahweh. They have refused to hear, Lord. They reject to hear your wisdom, Yahweh. Jehovah gave an opportunity to show what he wants to do. We took it to the dogs. We now allow false spirits in our space. Oh, Jehovah, forgive us, Lord. Oh,
it has often acted as a moral compass, advocating for justice and integrity in leadership. Now, many religious leaders feel compelled to speak out against Ruto, asserting that the government's actions are straying from the values they uphold. Central to this discontent is a controversial bill introduced by Ruto's administration, which many argue threatens the autonomy of religious institutions. Pastors have decried the bill, viewing it as an encroachment on their rights and a misstep that could lead to further societal division. They argue that such legislation undermines the church's role in community building and support, a critical function in a country where faith plays a significant role in daily life. The economic situation further compounds these tensions. Kenyans are grappling with rising costs of living and dwindling opportunities, with inflation eating away at their purchasing power. The frustration is palpable, and social media is awash with stories of families struggling to make ends meet.
The nation of Kenya, we have lost the grace of God. I wish Ben Hinn, God will ask you, why did you came to lie to Kenya? Ben Hinn, why did you came to lie to Kenyans? Why did you came to lie to Kenya? Ben Hinn, instead of coming and give us warning, you came to bring distraction. Even I remember you said that there is no a righteous president like this. Why did you say that? Why did you say that, Ben Hinn? Is it really God sent you to come and lie to Kenya? You would come and tell us there is something evil is coming to Kenya. Devil is taking control in the nation of Kenya. How many people have died since you left here? You are a liar, Ben Hinn, you are a liar. You don't have God. Ben Hinn, you don't have God. God left you a long time ago. You came to lie to Kenya. Within 3 months, children have died, schools are banned, whatever. Now we are going to where we don't know after this what will happen. And yet you are the prophet. You came and say, you prophesy, you call the leaders, you tell them you pray for them. Ben Hinn, wherever you are, may you get this message. God will punish you because you are a liar. You lied the nation of Kenya. Instead of telling us to kneel down and cry because of this distraction, you came and lied us that there is a precious president in Kenya. You liars. You say there is a precious. Then you speak, you are blessing the government of Kenya. This government of Kenya you blessed is now the one who is closing the church. Is the one of now people are dying like never before. Because Ben Hinn, you are a liar. You lied the government people because you knew what is inside or was on your side so. Then yet you said you are a prophet. You are out of God eyes. Because it could be better you told to tell us that you have seen now blood shedding. I saw Kenya flag on the tree, 2020. Now you came and say Kenya is righteous country. Kenya is righteous country. Then you lie, you bless Kenya. Then you take money, you go with the money. Instead of giving us a warning, Benin. Instead, you give us warning, Kenyans. You came and lie and take the money. American is a rich country. You came here, Kenya, you take shillings, you change it into dollar, then you go with them. A prophet. That Benin was not right. You came to spoil, to lie Kenyans. Instead of telling them there is a blood coming, there is a shaking, there is a spirit in government. How can it be now, since you left here? Since you left here, people have died. Young people have died. You never spoke about that. Anyway, that is up to you. A liar. You could lie America, where you have you pass the law of men marrying men, men marry dog. But you came to Africa, instead of giving us a warning that there is a distraction, you never told us that. Me, I said from day one, I saw you struggling. Now, when I said this, I had an appointment after Benin. But when I spoke about that, my appointment was cancelled. But I have no problem. I don't live because of men.
People are asking, how can we trust a government that seems out of touch with the struggles of everyday life? This growing dissatisfaction has fueled calls for accountability and change, leading many to wonder if Ruto can right the ship. Adding to the chaos, the impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has sent shockwaves through the political landscape. While Ruto's administration has faced numerous challenges, the move to impeach his deputy has revealed deep fractures within the government. Critics argue that this internal strife reflects poorly on Ruto's leadership, raising questions about his ability to unify his administration and the nation at large. In the face of these challenges, the church has taken a decisive stand. Pastors like T have made bold proclamations, declaring that if the church prays, it can even bury someone.
Allow me to say this prophetically. Watch the political career of that man. It is dead on arrival. Say it again, Apostle. It is dead on arrival. And may he be sensitive. Because when the church prays, I know people have avoided to talk, but when the church prays, even various can be organized. It is a serious matter. That man has to ask one of the political ladies who wrote a document to the AG what happened to her political career. She was the favorite, almost becoming a president when she touched the church. In the last election, though she was a running mate, she didn't even garner votes in her territory. Listen, the church is not the pastors. The church is not the apostles. Oh, the church is a person. Paul encountered the honor of the church. Oh, you can hate the pastors but leave the church alone.
This metaphorical language resonates with many who feel that the government's actions are eroding the nation's moral foundation. But who, exactly, do they mean to bury? Is it Ruto, the architect of the controversial bill, or the political system that has led to this upheaval? As public sentiment shifts, the Kenyan populace is split. Some stand by Ruto, arguing for continuity and stability in leadership, while others insist it's time for him to resign. Polls reveal a nation grappling with uncertainty, and conversations on social media reflect a longing for change. Ordinary citizens are voicing their frustrations, some demanding accountability from their leaders, while others call for a more united front to address the pressing issues facing the nation. As we ponder the potential outcomes of this crisis, we must consider what lies ahead. If Ruto continues his term, will he heed the warnings from the church and the public? Can he restore faith in his administration, or will his presidency become a case study in missed opportunities? Conversely, if he resigns, what implications would that have for Kenya's political landscape? Would it usher in a new era of leadership, or plunge the country deeper into uncertainty? As this complex narrative unfolds, one thing remains clear: the stakes are high, and the conversations are crucial. The future of Kenya hinges not just on political maneuvering, but on a collective commitment to the values that unite the nation. As we navigate these tumultuous waters, the question remains: what is the path forward for Kenya? Should President Ruto continue, or is it time for new leadership? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below and engage in this vital discussion. In the coming weeks and months, how this political saga unfolds will shape the future of Kenya for generations to come. Will the church's calls for accountability resonate with the government, or will they fall on deaf ears? The answers lie in the choices we make today.